Hello and welcome to this lesson on The Third Man. This tune was written by a guy called Anton Karas back in the late 30s, and it was used in the film The Third Man, and it starred Orson Welles. And this tune is very famous. It's been around, as I say, for a long time, and as a child this is one of those tunes that definitely fascinated me. If you're looking at this video, there is also another video in which I explain the tune in a much easier way. This is the advanced version that I'm going to deal with here, and it is fairly tricky, so if you find this too hard, maybe try the other version in the other video and progress to this one. I'm going to play it fingerstyle, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my thumb on the G string, and I'm going to use my first finger on the E string and my second finger on the A string. So my second finger is behind the 4th fret of the E string. I play the open G string with my thumb. I pick that E string with my index finger in my right hand. And then I've got the open A string, which I'm going to pluck with my second finger. Now if I play those notes on one string, you can see they are next door neighbours. They are in fact a semitone apart, but we get a nice effect by spreading those three notes across three strings. That lovely jangly effect. And this was composed on a zither. If you're not sure what that is, check it out on the internet. You'll find a video of Anton Karas playing the Third Man in a hotel in London. It's a very interesting instrument. But we're playing it on the ukulele here, and it sounds pretty nice. Now, once you've played the 4th fret of the E string and the open A string, you do them twice more. Now if you're looking at the tablature, you'll notice that the one but last note is tied. In other words, you don't play it. It's just to give that, that dotted crotchet, open A, just a little bit more value. That note there. And then you wait and you yet again play the 4th fret of the E string and the open A. So there's your first sort of riff. Now it's 4/4 time, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in the second bar, you've played that open A string and it's held on practically for the whole bar. Just right at the end of the bar, you play the 3rd fret of the E string and you use your first finger on that. And that leads you in to the second stage, second section of tablature. And you'll notice 3rd fret of the E string is the same as the open G strings, eh? And it's the same riff again, isn't it? So from the beginning, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then it's the same again going into the 3rd section, the 3rd line of tablature. So when we do this 3rd line of tablature, just going from the end of line 2, that 3rd fret of the E string, open G string, which is the same note, 4th fret of the E string, open A string, and then it's 6th fret of the E string with a little finger, and then you go to the 2nd fret of the A string. So you've got quite a nice little pattern. So it's a bit of practice. And then, so once you've done that tricky little pattern, quite easy then, it's the 5th fret of the E string played with open A following it, so it's the same note, and then it's the 4th fret of the E string, use your second finger, and open A string, and then those two notes again. So lots of tied notes there, lots of notes that you don't play. Let's play the tune up to there, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Then you go in again. We're at the end of line 4. Notice the gap comes in a different place here. The tie is on beat 2 going into beat 3. So instead of going, you're now going So it is different, isn't it? Can you hear that? Same again there. And then this, same as before, but you only do 2 lots of 6th fret of the E string, 2nd fret of the A string, and then you've got 3rd fret of the E string, 3rd fret of the A string. And that's your first section done. Let's play that through. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Start again. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now that I've just played the last 2 sections, last 2 lines of page 1 and the first 2 lines of page 2, and those were the same as the first 4 lines of page 1. But now we're going to go into where you have an A chord, so we're going to play the 5th fret of the E string, then we're going to go on to the 3rd line, we've got an open A. So you've got 5th fret of the E, open A, which is the same note, as you can hear, and then it's 4th fret of the E, and open A, and then 2 more of those. Now we've got a little slide up here. 4th fret of the C string, first time we played the C string, and we're going to pluck the string with our thumb. We go 4, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then use your first finger on the 2nd fret of that string. And then you go to the 3rd fret of the E string. So let's go from the end of line 2 of page 2. 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the E. Okay, and then we're going to go. We're going to have to change our finger around here because we use our 2nd finger here. 1st finger, then 2nd finger. Now that's the 3rd fret of the E string. Now the next note is the same note, but just change your finger so you've got your 1st finger on it. You play it, then you're into the 1 but last line, open G string, 4th fret of the E string, open A string, and then you've got a gap. All the way up to the 10th fret of the A string, 3rd fret of the A string, and to finish we do this little pattern. So let's go from the first page, the end of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, 8th line. So this is sort of 2nd section. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now, that is pretty tricky, I'll be honest with you. If you want to hear the whole piece played all the way through, there is a recording of it and you can download it off the site, off my Daddy Longles site, and the link to that is www.daddylongles.com, and you'll find the audio recording of me playing the 3rd man tune with the chords behind it. So that is the end of the advanced version of the tune of the 3rd man. It's not exactly the same as Antoine Carras's version. I've kind of evened it out a little bit so it's a bit easier to understand, but nonetheless I hope you enjoyed it.